Hey guys! Welcome back to Let's Play Xenosaga Episode 2. Last time, we completed most of the GS campaigns available to us in the Kukai Foundation. This time, we're back in the subconscious domain Summer, and when we were here the first time, I made sure not to destroy this, because by doing so, we get a memo. And this wouldn't have made a whole lot of sense, because there would have been nothing to direct us to come here if I had already blown all this stuff up. So anyway, if you come in here, something about a dark room, blah, 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 basically behind the sign to the north. What these are a list of, well, basically what they do is they direct you, they're hints, I guess. And so they're going to show you where to go for each of the clues. There's 10 clues in here as part of one of the quests. And so here we've got protection number 1, and as soon as you get one of them, they'll give you another little hint. Places where red flowers bloom. So anyway, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a lot of jumping around here because a lot of the gaps between them are rather large and there's enemies along the way, and the enemies die just as easily as you would expect, considering we're going back to an area that we haven't been to in quite some time. But in addition to that, let's see, I believe these are the red flowers. So there's number 2. And now we can go to number 3. Now, number 3 is a few more screens in. So I'm just going to get to there off screen and I'll show you where it is. And it's pretty easy to find. Most of the areas look kind of different in this area, so it's not like you can confuse one with another. But I'll tell you how many screens forward I'm moving in the meantime. Okay, we're back. I just went forward 2 screens in the normal progression of the area, cleared out all the enemies on this screen. And if my guide is indeed correct, there should be something around here. There we go, number 3. And number 4 is actually all the way on to the next screen. So I, again, will go and run all the way to the next screen, and I will see you in a moment. Okay, I've moved 1 screen forward and crossed the river. Do note that this thing that we set up earlier is already there this time. You don't have to worry about doing that again. And the next layer of protection that we need to do something with is right about here. Now, 5, I believe we have to move forward once again. But in this case, that's not really all that far. You can read the hints if you want, but not really all that worth it. So you move forward the next screen here. Do note that the enemies in here, as long as you bring characters such as, say, Junior and Jin, who have non-elemental attacks, you're probably fine to take out most of them. KOS still does reduce damage against one of them, who he always did reduce damage to, but this one is number 5, so you are up here right around where this guy is. I should be able to bypass that. I think it's by this tree. There we go, number 5. So the next one, we have to go underneath those logs, if I remember correctly. Yes, we do. So I'm going to do that off screen since I'm going to have to run by that enemy. And we basically are going back to an area we've already been to before, so I will meet you back over there as I go under the bridge. Okay, we're back. Now, when I was saying a moment ago that you don't really have to worry too much about the enemies when you are using those specific characters, I basically meant that you don't need to bother casting your ether spells. I'll just show this battle on screen since you're going by so quickly right now. But basically, you only need to stock maybe once to really get enough damage to take most of them out. And then just make sure you're making use of your boosts, and then you should be pretty much fine. The other thing you'll want to make sure you're doing is make sure that you're not... what's the word I'm looking for? Either way, basically use your boosts and don't worry about casting ether swords or anything like that. You shouldn't have any problems. KOS is pretty good against these guys, so you just do your first attack to do an A attack, boost him in a couple of squares, and then just unload, and he's usually good enough to take down these guys pretty quickly. Oh yeah, don't bother with trying to get enemies killed on the skill point slot, because unless it just so happens to be that way, because it really doesn't matter. The amount of points you're going to get here, unless you get a ×10, is negligible. So in this case, I'm going to end up getting it, but only by luck. I'm not actively going for it. But your boosts are your friend here. Make your use of your boost as much as possible.
Sayonara, baby.
Yeah, a minute and a half. That's not too bad. I kind of wish that's how long the battles would last normally, but, you know, my luck. I believe it's these red flowers. There we go. And so that is protection number 6. For protection number 7, we've got to go forward 2 more screens. So you could either go back under that log, or you can go the normal way. I don't think it really matters which one you do, but I will meet you there in a moment. Alright, if you continue with the normal path, then it should be 2 screens forward, and this will be protection number 7 that we need to activate or unlock or whatever. I haven't been paying attention to what all of these notes saying. I have a guide that shows me exactly where to go, and it's faster. And there's a mushroom, and that is your hint. There are mushrooms if you go forward, what was it, 2 more? No, 1 more screen, and then go across the logs. So actually, I think, is this the screen with the logs? This is not the screen with the logs. So anyway, I'm going to go forward another screen, go across the logs, and I'll see you in a moment. Okay, and as soon as you cross the log, you'll just want to hang a left up here. And these are mushrooms, so there's protection number 8. Now, the next one is back a screen, and you're going to have to make use of the blowing up the rocks to set the log on the right path for you. So I'm going to go back and do that, and again, I will see you in a moment. Alright, so we've gone back and we've set it up. We're on the farthest to the right, the last rock there. And if you do that and you approach this rock, you get protection 9. So 1 more and we should be ready to go. And that one is back a screen, and that's not that far, so we'll just do that on screen. So let's just throw on fast forward to make things go by a little bit faster. And you backtrack 1 screen, we'll go to that big tree that we passed at, well, however long ago we went through this dungeon. Of course, we've been through here again today, but anyway, blow up that. And there we go. The final protection. And a trap. Or not. Apparently he's here, or he programmed himself in here. Yeah, so I'm assuming that's a program. And we get Secret Key 18, which isn't a bad skill by any stretch, but I have no real use for that. But once you've done all of those, we just need to return to him in the Kukai Foundation in order to get a reward. So, not too bad. Before we move our way out of the Kukai Foundation, there is one other stop I would like to make. Do note that, yes, we're right beside our Treasure Inn, where we ended off the last episode. I just went in there off screen, because it was easy enough. And if we head in here, there should be a couple of people worth talking to. Now who do I need to talk to? No, not you. I don't even remember talking to you. Okay. There we go, a cat. Is it for you? Okay, so I talked to her. Of course I will, there we go. So we've adopted one of the cats away, yay. And that's pretty much all we can do in here. Oh, is it you? You're the other one I want to talk to. Yes. If you remember when we did the little button Simon Says game for Chop back on 2nd Miltia, well, if you talk to this guy, this isn't part of the quest, but yeah. Basically, it just advances the storyline. There's not really all that much to it, but I figured I'd show it to you in case you were interested. Again, if I'm going by the dialogue too fast, you can pause if you want to read it. Now that we've done all that, we've done pretty much all I think there is to do with the Kukai Foundation until later, save for talking to that one guy in the launch area to deal with the quest that we were just finishing. Isn't this fun doing all these quests? This is where we get the completion on it. We already got the reward, so. And yeah, this one we just get the succeeded message for doing it, even though we already got the reward. Wait a moment, hold on. Did you get a present inside? Then I don't have... You asshole! So you're gonna go beg for your job back. Joy. Anyway, that's pretty much it. So anyway, I will meet you back on Miltia, and there'll be somebody in the spaceport to talk to, I believe, concerning one of the kitties. Okay, we're back in the spaceport in Second Miltia, and if you talk to this individual over here, we'll be able to give you another kitty, and we can be done with that. Now, if you're looking for some of the other seeds, I believe one of these two will give it to you. And I think the other one will normally give you some of the fertilizer, but since we already got all 5 that we need, I don't think we can get any more beyond 5, so. Anyway, I'm not going to show this on screen, but I'm going to go into Vector, and I'm going to talk to the guy to recharge the battery. You just talk to the same guy you got it from. I already showed this, so I don't see any reason in doing so again. And then I will meet you in Sector 1 of the city. Okay, we're back in the city of Second Miltia, and this is the second door next to the ballet location beside us. We don't need to go back in there yet. I did talk to this guy off screen. He's got a big long list of things. Basically, he just tells you how to use the devices down here, which you may notice here. Looks kind of like those Forbidden Dive devices we've noticed in a couple of other areas already. We can't do those until post-game. He just mentioned something about a sequencer to unlock them, which is what we need. However, if you talk to her, having talked to that one guy in the Kukai Foundation and getting the blueprints, you will complete this quest. I don't think this one's failable, but I could be mistaken. I'm usually mistaken about lots of these things because I don't really pay enough attention to it. I'm just trying to get everything streamlined as much as possible. Anyway, we got an unlock code. This is the statue in the Kukai Foundation, so we need to go all the way back there to make use of it. Basically, if you check your key items inventory, it will show a code on the item when you look at the unlock code, and that's the code we need to do something with the statue. And I believe at the end we just end up blowing it up and finding a segment address store behind it, but I could be wrong. Anyway, we will make use of that when we head back to the Foundation. Next, let's talk to you. What kind of flower will bloom? I should double check my notes real quick on this one so that I don't end up making a very large mistake, because that would be rather annoying. Okay, just wanted to check my notes. Anyway, once you go here, you should have your seeds. The one you want to plant is the spring seed. Again, you got that from the droid on the Elsa, and you won't be able to plant any others. So you got to pick the right one first. And then you want to use fertilizer. It should be 4 times. So I'm going to throw on fast forward since it's just kind of tedious. Yay, it kind of grew. Yes, this is 2. You should only need 4, though you can get up to 5 of the fertilizers. Yeah, and it just kind of, it sinks back into the earth and then reforms up once you add the fertilizer. It's kind of weird that way. And the next one should allow it to bloom. I'm not sure if you screw up if you give it 1 more fertilizer. That's entirely possible, but that's all we need. And once you've done all that, you go back and talk to Miss Luti. And sure, it wasn't all that difficult because I didn't have to talk to everybody, but we succeeded in that one too. Very nice. And we get Secret Key 15, Last Revenge. Actually, not bad, surprisingly enough. But we'll take a look at all the new skills we've been getting at a later date, once we're finished with all of this stuff. Well, soon before anyway. There's one that has some other stuff we need to do. Now, next we want to head over to the second division over here, or the second sector. And I believe there's somebody we can give something to over here. Alright, and so our first stop is the publishing agency in here. There's actually 2 or 3 people we need to talk to in here. all for different quests. So I guess at least they're not clumping everything together. Of course, I don't know who to talk to. Yeah, I don't want that. Don't come and talk to her at a different point once we've started another quest, because that entertainment guide is the wrong item. Anyway, if you talk to Augusta, it has something to do with the picture that someone was talking about. And so we talk to you and we get that. And Kitten, yeah, we'll give you a cat, why not? And who else do I need to talk to around here? No, he has another flower seed. Ah, there we go. This is back to quest number 4 with the droid. So we got the next clue there. And I think, yeah, those are the 3 people we need to talk to in here. And if I could open the door, that would be beneficial. Thank you. And who else do I need to talk to? I need to go to the cafe. So let's just run over there real quick. I believe the person is in the cafe, though I could be mistaken. I like the music in here. It's nice and relaxing. Are you the person I need to talk to? Yes. And I believe that is the final cat. So that's very nice. And with that being said, I believe that's everything we can do in here for the moment. So I will meet you back on the Elsa. Actually, scratch that. I'm going to go onto the Elsa in B1, and I'm going to try and make the those lights all work properly now that I've recharged the battery. And if that does not work, I will come back to Vector to recharge it again, because we're only going to go to Kukai one more time in all of these quests, and then we won't be heading back there again. And I need to finish this quest with the flashing lights and recharging the battery before I go back there, because I have another quest to start there that I can't start until I do that. So anyway, I will do that, and then I will meet you on the Durandal. Okay, we're back and we're on the Durandal. Note that I only went and did the quest for unlocking those lights in the basement of the Elsa once. I forgot that I am actually heading back there. Now there's somebody here in the park area. I believe that's probably up here. I don't think the park area here. This is the park area. It's just I don't think my my notes indicate they're out there. They're probably in the actual park area. No. You? Yes. This is the one you need to talk to for Quest 4. Then you get the next clue. And that's pretty much the only point of the Elsa. So, yeah. Anyway, from now, we need to go back to the basement of the Elsa, where I'm going to... Oh, no. Or, no, I did that out of order. I already did that off screen. Never mind. Okay, so now we need to head back to Second Miltia. Unfortunately, with the this quest number 4, we have to do it in order, which means a lot of time doing stupid things that in bad order, unfortunately. So, anyway, I will meet you back in the Sector 2, and we will talk to somebody else regarding Zazas. Okay, we're back in Sector 2 here, and if you enter the city from Sector 2, you'll go that way. No, not you. Is it you? There's somebody around here who will tell you or give you some more information. So it's not you, so it's probably the person that's up here. You? No. Unfortunately, it says it's right below this area, and I've already talked to everybody who's right below this area. So is it somebody down here? Yes, this one. I guess technically that's right below it, but I would say that's a little further down. But anyway, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go recharge the battery, since I wasn't able to complete the that other quest last time, and then I will meet you inside the Elsa to try, hopefully for the last time. Okay, we're back in the basement of the Elsa, and we've recharged our battery, and as you can see, I think I only have 3, maybe 2 more colors to go. So let's start the random process with fast forward in hopes that we can actually get the desired result at this point. And I've already done those, so that's not going to work. So yeah, basically a lot of the time it's just going to go to the same colors that we've already removed. I don't know why this process is randomized. It really doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I'd like to get the red one to show up, but it doesn't seem to want to work. I think I also need the teal one and the yellow one, the second yellow one. So let's see, can I get one of them? If not, I will have to backtrack. Oh, I got the teal one. Okay, I guess I had already gotten the teal one. Oh well. So I've got all the blue ones, so yeah, it's 2 colors left, and I've started a whole brand new scan a bunch of times today. No, I've already done that one. Yeah, so anyway, I think this is the last one I have available. At the start of the next episode, we will start at this point with me actually having completed this. Oh, no, I already got that color, didn't I? Yeah, insufficient charge. Okay, so yeah, basically I'm going to have to run back and forth between the Elsa and second Miltia in order to finish this. I need to do that before I go to Kukai, and yeah, we're closing in on the end of these quests. We're going to finish a whole bunch of them next time. And then there will be one that we may or may not finish, depending on time permitting, because there is an interesting mechanic to quest number 14, and I will go over that in the next episode. So anyway, that's all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.